Hi, my name is Muhammad Sufan Sheikh bin Muhammad Syukur. The charts above shows the various benefits of fasting kick in after 5 days of continuous fasting by an individual. The amounts of glucose drop drastically from the first 5 hours of fasting until the next 4 days and remain constant afterward. However, the number of intestinal stem cells reproduce and the immunity rebuild and musculoskeletal stem cell reproduction seems to increase from the first 20 hours of fasting and start to remain constant after 3 days of fasting. In contrast to others, the level of autophagy and hungry is rapidly increased at the first 10 hours of fasting and reach the maximum amount of hungriness at day 3 and then drop dramatically until day 5. So based on the chart, as the number of hours increase, the greater the benefits obtained from the intermittent fasting. According to Omer Yilmaz, an MIT assistant professor of biology, a member of Cork University for integrating cancer research, fasting has many effects in the intestine, which include boosting the regeneration as well as potential uses in any type of ailment that impacts on the intestine, such as infections or cancers. Intestinal stem cells are responsible for maintaining the lining of the intestines, which typically renew itself every 5 days. When an injury or infections occur, stem cells are key to repairing any damage. So, fasting induces a metabolic switch in the intestinal stem cells from utilizing carbohydrate to burning fat. Fasting causes a metabolic changes in the stem cells that resides in the human organ, thereby changes their behavior to promote more cell division, thus boosting the cell's regeneration ability. Uh, so next is the prolonged fasting force the body to use store of glucose and fat, but also break down a significant portion of white blood cells, which resulting in decrease of the amounts of glucose in the body. New research suggests that starving the body kickstarts stem cells into producing new white blood cells, which fight off infection. Fasting also can flip a regenerative switch which prompts stem cells to create a brand new white blood cells, essentially regenerating the entire immune system. During each cycles of fasting, these depletions of white blood cells induce changes that trigger stem cell-based regeneration of new immune system cells. So, last but not least, fasting can raise blood glucose. This is due to the effects of insulin falling and the rising regulatory hormone, including increased sympathetic tone, noradrenaline, cortisol, and growth hormone, in addition to glucagon. These all have the effects of pushing glucose from liver storage into the body. Sugar can only enter our cells with insulin and a hormone made in the pancreas. Insulin can bring the sugars into the fat cells and keep it there. As I said before, one of the benefits of intermittent fasting is it can increase the chances of weight loss. So between meals, as long as we don't snack, our insulin levels will go down and our fat cells can then release their stored glucose to be used as energy. We lose weight if we let our insulin levels go down. The entire idea of intermittent fasting is to allow the insulin levels to go down far enough and for long enough that we burn off our fat. Other than that, intermittent fasting also reduce the chances of getting disease. Interestingly, intermittent fasting has been shown to have a major benefit for insulin resistance and lead to an impressive reductions in blood sugar levels. Anything that reduce insulin resistance should help lower blood sugar level and protect against types 2 diabetes. By fasting also can increase the regeneration of new cells, as I said before, like immune cells, growth cells, and etc., which help reduce the chances of getting disease. Last but not least, intermittent fasting trains your mentality and help your brain function. Intermittent fasting improves various metabolic features known to be important for brain health. This includes reduced oxidation stress, reduced inflammation, and reduction in blood sugar cells and insulin resistance. It also increased levels of brain hormone called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, a deficiency of which has been implicated in depression and various other brain problems. Thank you. Tu je lah kan.